Yo, yo, we're live. It's Sunday, and it's the Sunday Club. What's going on, boys?
FA Cup things, isn't it? It's very FA Cuppy this weekend.
Yeah. Boring. I found it boring. Kev? About you,
Boring.
mate?
Very boring.
Definitely. Anyway, so who are we? Well, there's three things I can name about this dude. Mountains, brothels, and Joey Pesci. Dan the man.
I nearly went like that, but I'm not that young anymore.
This guy pulls more faces than a plastic surgeon in Lizardtown. I mean, Hollywood. It's Kev. Kevin. And me. What I like to do is stick stickers on kids' faces and make them move them. It's me, Timmy Mallet. Whack-a-day. There he is.
Okay, no.
Whack-a-day. And that's what I felt like watching that yesterday. It was a bit... Should have battered them, and then... That's as much as I can describe about that second half.
Just like we let him. Could you say that we'd let him grow into it? It was kind of the feeling that once we scored, we just passed it around for a bit, and it was just lull. I mean, I spoke to, I know I watched. I know Leeds. Luke's in the chat. Shout out. They were saying that it were quite, the same basically. We just let him get back into the game, and didn't want that. We didn't need a replay, did we? Didn't want a replay. Nah, shit.
Well, talking of replays, I think I thought this myself, or what Matt Leeds has just put as well. Southampton now have got an extra game because they equalised, I think, last minute against Watford today. So if you live south of the Hampton, do one, you wankers. Yeah.
Extra game. We always knew it was going to happen, though. Plymouth, we've got them in next week or so, or whenever it is. It was always going to be fucking playing them 3 times, weren't it? It was just written in the fucking stars for us.
And on all those miles that the away fans are going to be putting onto their cars, train tickets. There's some big journeys coming up for Leeds away faithful. But they'll love it. They'll love it anyway. It's just some early mornings getting to all these places, isn't there?
I did see a tweet saying
1,518. That's what it is. Yeah. I know what you were getting at there, Danny. Yeah, so 1,518 miles for Leeds. Yeah, that's crazy. And then a possible away draw against Villa or Chelsea. I'll be honest though.
Everybody wants Chelsea away, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be nice. But after the draw and that, I'm thinking, I don't give a shit now if we go through or not. I'd love the little bit of a cup run. I'd rather play Chelsea than Villa as well, which is, I never thought I'd say that in my life. But yeah, Villa are a bit of a monster. I wouldn't want to play them.
Do you know what? You've got a solid point there, actually. I think Villa.
All my points are solid,
Chelsea.
Danny. Yeah, all my points are solid. I'd never have any wrong opinions about anything.
The solid pointer.
Yeah. And it's the only thing solid about me anyway. Yeah.
That was my phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was your mic.
Bonjour, mate.
Yeah. So I'm not disappointed about yesterday's game. I thought in the first half we were really good. As I'd never say that really good, but I thought we were quite good. I messaged in the group yesterday, didn't I, saying we were relentless because that first half we were just like fucking water in a bottle being tipped on some ice cream. It was crazy, man. It was just brilliant. That's my best analogy I've ever said in my life. Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Also, it was food related.
Yeah, it's always food related for me. I'm telling you, it's always something. Yeah. Honestly, it's pretty good. But no, I thought we were so good in that first half, man. They could not handle us, and then we just took our foot off the gas in the second, and it was a shame, really, because They were there for the taking, and we just let them back into the game. And I can't put out my funny Plymouth meme now because we were shit as well in that second half. So yeah, we're done. That's it. Cast over. Thanks.
I think they had to sort of do something. It was a cup game. They were losing 1-0. They weren't doing fuck all, weren't they, in that game? And they just thought, fuck it, second half. But great goal from Anthony. But then he's sort of left his run, and he's left his run after that goal.
I'll let him off, mate.
You could argue that, you know, Cooper got dragged out, leaving the space in behind, and Anthony's not, you know, he's not caught up to his runner. But it shouldn't have got that far. We should have closed the guy down. There are a number of things that could have happened. It was just, you know, it's football end of the day, and that's what things. Football's not won on paper, because some of the takes that I've seen, honestly, you have to put a chemical suit on. They're that toxic. It's just,
Yeah.
It just it saps the energy out of you. Like, there's some people. I saw people calling for Farker out on Twitter. I mean,
you didn't see people saying Farker out. Please don't say you saw Farker out. From one draw in an FA Cup match when Leicester, who are third, lost to Maidstone at home yesterday.
In fact,
Man United just got nearly ran by Newport County, and people are asking for Farker out when we've just drew with Plymouth Argyle, who are in the same division as us, and we put out half of us. Yeah, half of our second team. Oh, I can't believe someone's done that. I haven't seen it.
Here's two comments that I took note of. Right, Luke's bang on, mate, and I love Luke because
there's Twitter, 3 of them on this podcast.
Yeah. Luke on Twitter, he's always fighting the fires for Leeds United. He's always in the trenches. Is Luke? He's on Twitter.
Oh, he is all day, every day. Luke's defending defending the club, mate. He's like a one-man army against everybody else, isn't he?
He is. He's the Batman of Ellen Road. So these are the 2 comments. Yeah. These are the 2 comments, right? Farker has 0 in-game management. That game was crying out for subs 10 minutes before they scored. That is a pattern under this manager. And someone's replied with this squad, we should be winning 3 or 4-0 majority of games. This isn't near the level this club needs.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we get some back to reality.
Yeah. Well, I think we're not going to moan about people's opinions. These are just funny takes. People are allowed their own opinions about the club. That I just don't agree. I just don't agree with 99%.
Even if they're full of shit.
Yeah, I think we've got the best manager in the league, possibly for where we are and what we need. So yeah, just leave him alone for a bit, please. He's got feelings, you know. He probably goes home, cries into his adult pillow. You know, I reckon Farker's got one of those Japanese love pillows. You know, the big ones like anime. He's got one of them. He just goes home, cuddles that. And his German accent, he goes, "You're beautiful," and then he falls asleep, crying because of all those Leeds fans asking him to get him out because he drew 1-1 with Plymouth with a second string team.
I reckon he goes and just punches pumpkins, smashes them with his fists constantly.
He has got big hands, hasn't he? Yeah. I wouldn't want to take a punch off Daniel Farker.
Unbelievably hard.
Love jacket.
Unbelievably hard.
We talk about the game, boys.
Yeah. Let's talk about the game. I mean, we came out the blocks firing, didn't we? Yeah. Let's talk about football. We came out the blocks like really fast, and we were like for the first 45, we're all over. I can't even remember them having a chance in the first 45. Can you, James?
Yeah, no, it didn't feel like a Leeds United FA Cup game.
No,
at all. First half.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly easy, but we just didn't score more goals.
I mean, the geezer on the international radio was waxing lyrical about Leeds, weren't he, for that first half? And it was just, we were all over him. It's probably one of the best halves of football we played all year, just without the goals at the end of it, I think. And then come out half time and Dan James, you know, would have made a difference in that game, I thought. But ayo.
Yeah. I think Jayden Anthony did a lot of good in that first half, and I think by the second half, he ran himself into the ground a bit. Getting back was a bit bit of a stretch for him. Yeah, I can't remember too much about it, to be honest with you. It's a game that's sort of like, and even like some of our chants, I remember the post and the bar, but then other bits are like, I can't even really remember a lot of the game, and I know I watched it. I'm sure I did.
You gotta feel for Ampadu, man. The lad's crying out for a rest, man. I'd arrested Ampadu, me personally.
You'd have arrested
me
him?
Too.
What for?
Yeah. Because he's going to fucking keel over if not. It's only a cup game, do you know what I mean? Just Cresswell, why not just put your faith in Cresswell for a bit? I know they've just reconciled and stuff, but Ampadu honestly, I know that we're covered. If Ampadu gets injured, we're covered because we grew in midfield. But then he's forced to use Cresswell then. Do you know what I mean? Why not just give him 45 minutes in the cup? Do you know? But what do I know? I'm just some chubby, nearly bald bloke on a podcast. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have long flowing hair like I'm German, so
I've got a question. I've got a question for you two, right? Would you honestly say it affected our chances of getting the top two, but we say we went on a decent cup run? What would be your thoughts on that? Because me and James and Danny are probably old enough to remember the last time Leeds got to a final, the League Cup final against Aston Villa. Yeah, we played amazing in that game as well, didn't we? And obviously a lot of we should have won that. Do you remember the scorers, James?
Milosevic.
Yeah.
Taylor. The other one was York.
Yeah, it was York. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty good. Danny, do you remember that League Cup final?
I don't. Nah, not a clue. You two are like when it comes to matches, players, specific events, you two are like fucking Rain Men. I can't even remember what I had for tea 10 minutes ago. Do you know what I mean? My brain's just.
I think it's more trauma.
The League One times I don't.
I block it out. If it's not a happy Leeds United memory, I block it out.
Yeah, I think it's trauma for me because all these things that Leeds have done to me over the years. I swear, I was 8 stone when I first started supporting Leeds. I was 6 anyway, but that's massive. But yeah, so yeah, it's just trauma that the reason we remember these things. But a lot of Leeds fans now, obviously, because we're like that middle group, and you got the older generation, you got the younger generation, never seen Leeds play in the final. Just losses in playoff finals, but they've not seen anything like that. And I'm sure a club of our stature and prestige and history, ideally, everyone wants that FA Cup run, don't they? And at some point, so we've seen some big teams get to finals. We've also seen some smaller teams. I remember Bradford have done it, Swansea have done it, Wigan have done it. It's all, and it's just never Leeds. And I'd love to, in my lifetime, to see us win the FA Cup. I really would. I just don't think it's going to be this year now.
But will we ever? Because the gap between the Championship and the Premier League is so massive now. Even when we got promoted this season, even if we spent 120 million again, the gap is still there. Massive. It gets bigger every year. But what I'm trying to say is,
win the Premiership, easy.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, will the teams from the Championship ever get that far anyway? I don't think we'll get past the quarters.
Well, we've seen it before, haven't we? In one-off games, Danny, where there's Millwall did it. I mean, there's always a chance of beating a big team in a one-off game. Newport have nearly done it today. Maidstone beat Ipswich yesterday. That's huge.
That's for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
and
the difference between the Championship and obviously National League is huge. So every team can win in a one-off match. It's just Leeds probably won't be able to do it because we're Leeds.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but like when you get towards, I mean, you're relying on the look on the draw there, though, aren't you? Like if you get like all lower league teams, and then you get to the semis and you got a top 4 team, then you can. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think like if you're comfortably not going to get relegated from the Premier League, that is the only time when you can really go, let's try and go on a cut run. Anything else is like, it's relegation, or Champions League's more important, or going for the league's more important, or if you're in the Championship, obviously it's like fucking trying to get out of it or stay in it. So cup runs for anyone other than say 6 or 7 teams in the Premier League are not really something that they focus on anymore. it's lost its little bit of magic. I mean, not for the lower league team, but the National League teams, when they play in it, they're just like, they really fucking treat it like it should be. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Dan. It's like no one's really going to go, let's go on this cup run. And Leeds are one of them because we want to get out of the division, but we will probably still win the FA Cup as a little byproduct of not losing another game. So
yeah, that's true.
be happy about it, Dan. We drew.
I know, but when you're pushing for promotion and you've got, injuries in your squad, the longevity of games effectively hampers the league run. I mean, it comes down to that question that every fan asks, the same fan base. What do you want? Do you want a cup or do you want to get promoted? Which one do you want? Because you can't have both when you're in the championship.
Promotion, of course it is, isn't it?
I think every fan.
Yeah.
And me personally, I think that I'm getting Bielsa first season vibes again. I don't want to say it out loud, but I'm going to have to. People will come for me. But I think we don't go up this season, but we win the championship next season. That's what I'm getting vibes for. I'd happily go up. I know, mate. I know. I'm sorry.
We're going to smash straight through everyone.
I know, but I'm just saying that's.
Yeah.
If I knew that that's my vibe anyway. That's the thing. But I'm not being negative about it. I want Leeds to win every game, but that's what the vibe I'm getting. I think August has fucked us over essentially.
Well, I still think we're getting autos, Danny. That's me. I still think we're finishing second. I really do.
Good.
Honestly,
Good.
I've just got
I think both places, mate. Both places are up for grabs in my head because I'm a nutcase. But carry on, mate.
And with this KDH possibly leaving Leicester to go to Brighton, and that he's the heartbeat of that side. If they lose him, they're in his ship big time. And Ndidi as well. Them two. You've seen the record with and without Ndidi for Leicester. It's night and day. It's huge, man. So yeah, lose them two for a bit. We'll just catch up the Foxes. The anything south of Hampton, they're going to get done in. The Tractor Boys, haha. Your chain's rusty. You're slowing down.
You're in Germany protesting.
Yeah.
Just a bit of breaking news. Sorry, just a bit of breaking news. Daiki Hashioka has decided to join Luton Town. He's agreed terms with Luton Town as we speak, which
he's got
was expected. Premier League over Championship. I agree. I did think that we might have. He's looked at the tables and thought it's going to be rough with Luton, maybe easier with Leeds, but nah. Leeds.
There's a lot of factors there, isn't there? With more points deductions for Nottingham Forest and possibly Everton. And people just want to play in the Premier League. They want to be part of the show, mate. You can understand. Yeah. Luton's, it's possible they're in a higher league than us. They're not. I wouldn't say they're a bigger club than Leeds. They don't have better facilities than Leeds. You can be in the bath and watch Luton. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's like there. So. No, I think he just wants to be in the show. Everybody wants to be in the show, and
I agree. Sorry,
the media attention and that we win. Even if teams are bottom now at the end, only got 5 points, they're still going to rather go to the Premier League, even for Sheffield United and all those clubs, than come to a Championship team. It's simple, isn't it? Because they want to be in the show, and I think Joel Perot's the only one that turned them down to come to us. So yeah, fair play to him.
Well, it's sensible, isn't he?
I
think it's mental that people look at a team like Luton, and no disrespect to Luton, they are in the Premier League, great, but they are going to be fucking fighting their asses off for the whole season. Probably get done over a few times. I mean, I know they've picked up a bit of momentum recently, but albeit there's way better teams in there than them, and they're going to be struggling for a lot of the season. And you think a player will go, it might do something to my fucking ability, my confidence, getting exposed every week in the Premier League by really good players.
You mean exactly what happened to us last year? What happened to Leeds last year? Now all of them are doing shite. So yeah, except Sinistera, he seems to have picked up a bit recently, doesn't he?
But it's mad. Yeah, it's mad that people literally will just play for anybody as long as it's in the Premier
Mercenaries, League. Yeah. Well, as it stands, Luton are 18th on 16 points, and Everton are 17th on 17 points, and Nottingham, the closest club to them, have 20 points.
That could be 10 soon.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Luton have a game in hand, so they're in the bottom 3 with Burnley and Sheffield United. But
Yeah, we didn't want him anyway. Honestly, I don't know who he is. Just like you know when you ask a bird out on a date, right? She says no, and you go, "Oh, I don't like you anyway." This is what this is. Don't want you anyway. Yeah, that's it. Just don't want you, mate.
Yeah.
You smell anyway.
And you know the funny thing is, yeah, you smell anyway. I watched that Liverpool game earlier. You know that fullback that we were linked with, that Connor Bradley. What a player this lad is, man. He's really good. No, not now. He's getting
Can't
games
play in the cup now anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he won't be able to play in the final for us, will he?
Oh, be pointless. Be pointless him coming.
Yeah, pointless him coming.
We do need players though.
Yeah, we do need players. A couple would do, wouldn't it?
But I thought
we do.
The game. Like, what did you? Any players that like? Let's talk about the goal. Yeah. Like, nobody deserved the goal more than Jadon Anthony that day. I found, and it was a good goal as well, wasn't it, Kev?
It was a great goal, mate. Great goal. He was just ran through a couple of defenders. Great finish. Really, really enjoyed it. Obviously, the refs gave him a yellow card. The whole stadium started booing the ref. Obviously, they followed the rules, but that's a shit rule, that isn't it? Just imagine what he's been through. Yeah, what he's been through in that, and the way he's come back. He didn't have the best game the other night, and he was getting slated on social media again, saying that he was way off it. But it's obviously for the stuff he's been through, and he comes back and does that. I thought he had a very, very good first half, Jadon Anthony. He was on it. Yeah. Sometimes he was snapping at shots and that though. But I like him as a player. I just think James and Somerville right now are better than him.
He's a great backup.
Yeah.
A very, very good backup. He'd walk into most teams in that league.
Yeah.
That was a good goal.
I think the goal. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think the goal was great. I think he had great feet and then just enough power and curl on it just to nestle in the net, and I thought it was great. I mean, if I were the referee personally, I'd just set off walking back to when we're back to Jadon, and say, "Oh, I didn't see it," if that's allowed.
Yeah, I think you should only be booked if it's like offensive or maybe politically
motivated.
Yeah, I agree. It has to be political. Yeah.
You can't book him for that. He's fucking shit. It's like, I think everybody in the world knew he was going to do something like that.
Yeah. Just what do you think to the ref and what do you think to the ref performance yesterday? Because I thought he was a bit here and there. He weren't too bad. We've had worse this season, but it's just championship refs, isn't it?
Standard bullshit refs.
Yeah.
They're all against us. It's not a conspiracy. It's the facts. We watch it every week. They hate us. They let them kick fuck out of us, and they won't give us free kicks and penalties whenever we deserve them. Yeah.
Never ever. They just don't like Leeds, do they? Talking about people that don't like Leeds and people that don't like players. I mean, this one, I've been waiting to bring this one up to the right time, but I know we've spoke about Farke bashing already, about people wanting him to leave. What about Meslier bashing at the moment? Because what do you feel about Meslier yesterday, James? Because I know you're a big fan of Meslier. You said he's worth 60 million at the start of the season.
50.
Right.
50
million, sorry. Yeah. Talk to me about Mellier's performance yesterday, because there's a lot of conflict about Illan Meslier. I'm actually a fan of Big Illan. Talk to me about your impressions of him.
I think he's just the keeper that does shit things at times, but is a really good keeper. But I don't think yesterday was anything. I mean, the goal, it's usually he's fucking probably one of the best goalies I've seen at one-on-one situations, Meslier. The amount of great one-on-one saves he's made since he's been here has been fucking phenomenal. But, sometimes it's a 50-50 in them situations. And
I think the complaints that I've saw is more about his logistical distribution at times yesterday. Danny, what do you think about his playing out from the back? Because he gave the ball away a lot. Like,
did he?
His long balls, loads. There was a lot of that.
I think it has dropped off a lot from that Arsenal game. When he first came on in the cup, started.
He was amazing, weren't he? And his ball playing ability was amazing then. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like artillery, just literally bang on the coordinates. Like, wow. I mean, I think it's just, I don't know. Is it because he's a bit of nerves are creeping in?
Conceded the
Is it-
most goals in 2 seasons in the Premier League. Probably does that to you.
But yeah, but that defense didn't help him there. There's a bit of
No,
context.
that's what I mean. But
yeah,
yeah,
I
definitely.
mean,
But
That'll
like,
blow
just
the arse out
having
of
that,
any goalkeeper.
having that
Yeah.
as the thing that you'll be remembered for, like your 3 seasons in the Premier League and 2 of them, you conceded the most goals. It's like,
so Melier has
but
played
I think he
27
can come
games,
back.
hasn't he? He's
Yeah.
played 27 games, and his save percentage is 65%.
Maybe, but he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been 1-on-1 with him. They shouldn't.
What's
that space shouldn't have been there for him to score.
What's that compared to other
Okay.
goalkeepers in the league then, Dan?
Well, hold on. I'll have to dig a bit deeper than that.
Yeah, look at this comment here from Matt, because I see this a lot, because Fark has obviously told our defense and our goalkeeper to do things a certain way, and we've seen it all season.
Yeah.
But when up into games, you hear just fans going, get rid of it to Melier all the time and putting pressure on him.
Yeah.
We are seeing that a lot. Yeah. And I think the Matt's here as well. And here you go. Alison's mentioned the same thing again. He's been told not to play upfield. Yeah, this season you're right. I think he's good enough for us for this year. But when we get when we get back to the Premier League next season, then I guess it will be looked at again, because you can see they spent a lot of time getting Cardalo in, didn't they? And for a reason. And then obviously that's not really worked out, has it?
Southwards.
Yeah, James hates Cardalo.
I don't think either. I don't know. I mean, I think Melier could be. I still think there's a really fucking amazing goalkeeper in there somewhere.
I think, James, with Melier, the minute he leaves us is when he becomes that
amazing.
next level goalkeeper. Yeah, next level goalkeeper. I think the same with Nonto as well. The minute Nonto leaves, he's going to become this world class winger, and obviously he's a confidence player as well, and you can see that. And he's obviously weren't on it yesterday either, and he kind of just was a bit stroppy, weren't he?
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah, going back to Melier and the passing. Yeah,
yeah.
It's designed to fucking pull the forwards out of position so he can get it round them and play off. And he acts as like another player, like another fucking defender to play around with, so they've got an extra man. But yeah, he's obviously been told to play that way, and he's been doing it all right at times. You know, we've all said like his passing's become a lot better and he's a lot more confident at the ball at his feet. But today he's had an off day, so what? Fucking hell.
So like going back to the save percentages, right? Leicester City save percentage is 78%. Is it Hermanson? So 78, and Sheffield Wednesday is 61, and Melier is 64. Now, obviously, with stat bashing, right? You have to take a pinch of salt, because it's obviously different situations and that kind of stuff. It's on average, it's not that. But to say he's 22nd out of 24.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
However, we've conceded the second least goals in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
That's down to our
I suppose Chris Clarkson held that up with the games that he played as well, because he didn't concede anything, and he only had one save to make in like 3 matches, though, didn't he?
But that's the thing as well. It's the amount of chances that we're conceding. We're not conceding any chances, and I think with some goalkeepers, they need to be involved in the game a lot more. And do you know what I mean? To be like constantly there, not like Premier League standard where you're fucking just pulling the ball out the net every 6 seconds, but like to be involved in the game quite a bit, to put off saves so you're fresh. But with Melier, with a lot of our games, it's like the 70th minute he'll have a shot and he'll be like, oh fuck, I've got to do something, bam 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 bam. So I think that might play a little part into it as well, you know, just being inactive for massive parts of the game. But
so you're saying we should take away his fucking his chair in the net, because our defense is that good. Take away his beach chair, so he has to stand up instead.
Let him do something.
Yeah, I'd like to look at the sort of stuff where the chances that he has scored past him, how many of them are like clear cut big chances? You know, because we do concede the odd goal every now and then, right? Are those massive chances? Or I mean, sometimes he is a bit weak at getting down to his right hand post, dropping, isn't he? Sometimes he's better going to his left than he is to the right, and we've seen that a few times.
That's for most keepers, though. I think that's for most keepers to try and get down near out. It's a lot harder for most keepers, but
I
yeah,
can do
a
it.
lot of our goals have been fucking own goals and like weird deflections, and there haven't been a lot of chances where it's basically him. You should have saved that You should have saved that chance. You know what I mean?
We have the least shots on target against.
Exactly.
With
This is what I'm saying. So he doesn't have to make
70.
saves.
Yeah, so his save percentage is skew whiff because he's not facing any shots.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what I'm saying.
He's receiving less shots, so his percentage is down. His save percentage is down because it's a smaller margin. Does that make sense? Not to get over tactical and statistical.
Yeah,
fucking hell, our heads are about to explode.
Oh no, yeah, Rachel Riley over here, the countdown man over here doing his bits to try and make us look better.
Mate, we should get lucky and all them on here and fry everyone's brain.
You get more shots at you, you're going to save more shots, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's exactly what Meslier did in the Premier League. He saved the most shots and conceded the most goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's football, isn't it?
That's it.
So
that's it.
I've seen a lot of sorry to just jump in again. I've seen a lot of abuse for Nonto as well.
10 were a trampoline. Sorry.
I've seen a lot of abuse for Nonto as well, and I'm not keen on it. Now, I was talking to you before we came live, Kev, that I've worked it out. So Nonto, right? I think it's undeserved. Me personally, right? I think Nonto's not match fit because he's always on the bench and he's only coming on every so often, isn't he? So I worked it out off air, and I've lost it. So you have to fucking bear with me. Anyway, I'll go off what I remember. He's played 719 minutes, right, in 21 games, and that's an average of 34 minutes per game in them 21 games. Now that's not a lot, is it?
10 goals
that's not a lot to. And he started 7 of them, and he's getting an average of 34 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you is Nonto suffering from lack of match fitness, or is he not an impact sub anymore?
I think it's a bit of both, really. I think it's confidence, not getting in the side when he clearly thinks or knows that he's good enough to start every week, and then he's getting limited minutes. Farke makes his changes very late in football matches for Leeds as well. Everyone knows this. We all know it as a fan base. Trust me. So yeah, he's just not enjoying himself, is he? Really, that's what it looks like. But apparently, he's close to signing a new deal. So
I think he's a victim of his own start of the season. He's a victim of his own stupidity by doing what he did. Because he put him out the team. It turned the fans against him. It made people look at him like a bit of a mercenary. Obviously, he's had bad advice and whatever. But when he's getting his chances, unfortunately for him, he's not been able to take them. So it's like he's just put himself in this really shit position. And he has to dig himself out of it. And signing the contract, getting rid of his agent, maybe putting some in decent performances, that'll do that. But
we ain't heard the Willie Nonto song for ages either, you know.
No.
Very long time. We haven't heard the Willie Nonto song.
It's not massive.
If he does sign a contract, and if they don't put Willie extends and a emoji, I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Willie extends minus the pump.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's an enigma, isn't he, really? Because he came in as an under-21 player, got thrown straight in the team, scored against Man United. We've played really well. I remember Gary Neville was saying that Willie Nonto could play for Man City. He's that good. And then obviously we've gone down. Even Sam Allardyce didn't really trust him that much, did he? So and then Gracia didn't play him. It's a strange case. It's like the curious case of Willie Nonto. People love him or they don't. And I think Farke's a strict disciplinarian, and he's probably just putting his foot down because he knows that Cree and Dan James are going to put a shift in anyway.
Yeah. I think as well, what Nonto did a lot of last season, he did have really good moments in games. So he'd do something really, really good, amazing, he'd score a goal, he'd set up something, but then he'd go quiet for like 20 minutes and you wouldn't hear of him. And then he'd pop back up again. So I think we're remembering them good moments. Can he do it over a 90-minute game? He hasn't had the chance to because he fucked himself up at the start of the season. So.
Here's a question for you, James, because you obviously you were always getting hacked down when you play. Do you think he's a victim of a more physical league than the Premier League? Do you think he is the sort of player that needs to be like in a more technical league than the Championship? Do you think he gets hammered too much, basically?
I think all our team do at the moment, and the fact that he plays for Leeds probably isn't helping him not getting kicked. So possibly, mate. Possibly he might be designed for a sort of better technical standard of league. But if you can do it in this league and still remain the way you play, because this will do them good. Like the young players getting a good kick in here and there, it will toughen them up a bit, if anything.
Yeah.
Unless they get permanently injured.
Well, yeah, Cree obviously he was getting kicked off the park at the start of the year, and then obviously the Cardiff goal came round, and then he just turned amazing. He's had a really, really good season. But I saw a tweet earlier that obviously Cree is 2 years older than Nonto, and was Cree as good as he was now 2 years ago? I don't even remember Cree playing that much 2 years ago.
No, he was in the under 21. He was doing well in the under 21.
Yeah. Yeah, he was too good for the under 21s, and he was getting like end of games for Bielsa sometimes coming in, and I mean, we still got to remember how old Nonto is, but it's always going to be that taste in the back of everyone's throat, isn't it, about what he's done at the start of the year to try and engineer a move away, or his agents try to engineer it, and nothing's come out from that, has it? So the fans are still a little bit about him, aren't they?
Yeah.
What do you think, Danny?
I did a bit of digging there, right? And it's interesting to see that he plays on, you could say, across the middle for us at times, but for Italy he's played as a forward.
Yeah,
and he's
like an inside forward,
like an inside forward or striker, and he's had relatively good games. Now, I think personally he's too small. Obviously, he can't be a target man, can he? I have faith in Willie on to.
Well, you love Willie, mate, don't you?
I do love Willie.
Yeah,
you love the Willie.
I love on the left, in behind, up front. Do you know what I mean?
I think he should be given a game on the left. And I think he should be given a game on the left.
Yeah,
one game, because that's where he is. He comes in and cuts in onto his right, and that's where he played best for Leeds. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
and that's where he played against Man United. That's where he did those. Remember the Bournemouth game last year? Yeah, he was playing from the left. Cardiff, he was playing from the left when he did the scissor kick. I called it a bicycle kick the other day, didn't I? Yeah, Alisson. Yeah, he didn't have enough minutes.
I agree with Alisson. Sorry, mate. Sorry to cut you off.
It's all right.
I agree with Alisson. But the thing is, that's a good thing because we've got players playing better than him.
Yeah,
does that make sense? Obviously, you can't drop Cree and you can't drop Dan James. Who can you drop? I mean, who do you bring off? Do you bring off Rutter and put him in the 10, or do you switch Rutter and Cree and then take Rutter off for Nonto on the wing? It's just. The thing is with Nonto, he's a little bastard, isn't he? And he can get in behind you. But I think because he's used to the Premier League for the past season and a half, he goes down easy. Sorry, not too easy, but he goes down and expects a foul straight away. And that's what pisses me off about some of these players. It's part of the game that you've got to
and now when he gets fouls, when he actually gets fouls now, they don't give him because they think he's fucking diving all the time.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, he's got like a bit of a reputation. But what obviously I don't want to get back to that. He don't deserve abuse. I just think I don't think he's just match fit. He's not match sharp. He tries.
He's not match sharp.
Only we can abuse him.
It'll click for him. I just don't like these people abusing Nonto for no reason. Because at the end of the day, he's our player. You know what I mean? Yeah, he
it's not for no reason, though, is it?
Season.
Not for no reason.
Well,
sorry. He needs to win them around.
Match. He does, but what can you do?
I don't agree with abusing them at games and shit like that. I don't ever agree with that, and I don't even agree with like going on social media and like seriously slating players because it's stupid. we on here slate players when they play bad or when they do something stupid because it's just a crack. Do you know what I mean? We don't wish any harm on these players, or it's just the crack on here. But yeah, I think that maybe playing Rutter, Somerville, and Nonto, if there's ever a time we can, if James is injured or whatever, and just let them just do this, because I think they could all do that. Just sort of all play their freeway, but they're all sort of switching positions. I think it would be pretty good. But
you know what they say? It's okay when it's in a freeway. So yeah, that's fine. They can do that. Them free. Honestly, they can interlink a lot.
It's okay in the freeway.
Yeah, you got it. There you go. Bloody hell, Lonely Island. There he is. But yeah,
in a box.
But no, I just think he's going to come good. And we've spoke about Melee and Nonto now for 20 minutes.
That's all right.
Yeah,
because the game
we needed to get off.
Talk about.
Yeah, we needed to get off our chest, really, didn't we? How much we want Willie to succeed at this club. We all love Willie.
Yeah. We want him to grow. We want that Willie to grow at this club, don't we?
Yeah, we want him to
huge stature.
Yeah, huge stature. He's a really good member of our football club. Do you know what I mean?
He is. And maybe we should just protect him a bit.
Yeah. He's better than that Ben Sheaf at Coventry anyway. That's a bit too much. There we go. Oh, there we go. You're right, Danny. You're right there, Danny. Sorry, me and James just been phallus innuendos for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, fine, mate. I'm enjoying it, if I'm honest.
Thank
I was
you.
just thinking about something. I was
hitting
just
your
thinking, do we get anyone in before Thursday?
Yes.
I fucking hope so, man. We need somebody. We need a couple of players at least, maybe.
I've backed the 49ers quite a bit, and even I'm getting itchy feet now. Like I would want someone in over the weekend, maybe Monday, Tuesday, but hopefully, we've still got till Thursday afternoon. But then if they've deliberately weakened us, I mean, what kind of push for promotion is that when you don't bring someone in? I understand that you don't want to play all your cards at the same time right at the beginning of the window, where we want this player, so that club then goes, right, if you want him, you can pay 5 instead of 2 million. And we're overpaying for players because the January window is just ridiculous because we get potential buyers get held for ransom over certain players, don't they? It's just how it works. It always has worked. And apparently Leeds have a concern about that Japanese lad that we was talking about earlier because he had a bit of an injury. They were concerned over his injury and that kind of stuff. And that's how it works. Like, just to finish off my rant. I do believe that they are working behind the scenes. I don't think Leeds have just sat down and gone, what about him? No. I just don't see why fans expect Parag to come out and just do a live blog. Hi guys, today we're gonna go see Anderlecht for a certain player. Stay tuned. Hashtag LUFC. Do you know what I mean? I just don't
he
get
messages
that.
you, don't he, Dan? He messages you
all
all
the
the time, doesn't he?
Always.
It just said, yeah.
Alison's right. Yeah, those are the positions. Those are the main positions that we need. I think my view on this, I don't know if you guys are probably the same. Is I'm not going to moan until the transfer deadline is gone. And I'm sure there's cogs turning in the background. There's a lot going on. They've bought all these new recruitment people, and not just going to have January off work, right? Especially when we're a team pushing promotion. We've let players go. I mean, Ayling's gone. Spencer's gone. Mullen has gone.
Jed Spence never arrived.
Yeah. So, and then I can't think of anybody else that's done one really. I think Lewis Bates probably looking like he's going out on loan, or already gone on loan.
Is gone.
Yep. See, don't even know.
Some of the under 21s have gone, haven't they? That Mullen's gone somewhere.
Yep.
But
so
go on, mate. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I'm just not going to moan it until the first. Until we got let's look. I've got trust in these guys. They bought the club. They want to make money, right? They're not just going to sit there and let their asset just wallow in mediocrity if there's a chance of going on to greater things. That's how I'm thinking. Oh, don't worry, I'll change my tune on Thursday if we ain't got anybody in the door, though. Yeah. So I think it'll be I think it'll be criminal if we ain't got 2 fullbacks in as a minimum.
Minimum, yeah, I agree. We need at least 2 fullbacks. Massively need them. That's the bare minimum we should have by Thursday.
Or just Ben Godfrey. I'll take Ben Godfrey rather than 2 fullbacks. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not bothered about a 10 because we've got Rutter. Rutter can cover that 10 for me.
I think the 10 is like an impact player to come off the bench if we ever needed one. Somebody with a bit of nous. So I've mentioned this before. Yeah. Somebody like an old school Wes Hoolahan or a Bradley Dack. Somebody like that. That's not going to moan about game time. But come on, maybe even this lad at Sunderland, the one that's kicking off and wants to leave, Pritchard.
Alex Pritchard.
He's that sort of player that can do that. Older player, bit ahead on him.
Player.
Yeah, I can't say his name, but the Polish Messi. Yeah, Polish Messi. I've not seen him play. I haven't watched a video of him yet. I should do, really, just to see what he's like. But apparently he's really good and his deal runs out at the end of the season. So that could be one to watch out for. It could be possibly someone that drifts in and out of the first team and under 21s. But yeah, I think if we don't at least get minimum 2 fullbacks or a badass player that can play across the back line, who I've just mentioned, then it would be a bit criminal, yeah, as Alison's just said.
I agree, mate. Yeah. I just don't believe that the 49ers can't do it. I mean, the difference is between obviously us and Leicester and Southampton. They've sold massive players for massive money. Yeah, so they're not constrained by FFP because they've got so much profit. We don't. I think did we break even like with your Tyler?
I think Tyler Adams deal we broke even. I think we've saved so much money on wages when we went down, plus loaning the players out. Our wage bill is probably nowhere near as much as Southampton and Leicester. Nowhere near it at all. Leicester's is astronomical, but they could be losing Keenan Dewsbury Hall. Southampton haven't lost anybody that I know of, but they bought Ross Stewart for massive money. He's probably not even going to play this season. So there's lots of teams with different holes in. But yeah, you've got to bring in a couple of fullbacks. I mean,
even the name that
loans. Ryan, I guarantee we've got a good reputation with Tottenham. Yeah, good reputation with Tottenham. I'll be honest. I said this to Danny off air. I think Leeds will probably get Ryan Sessegnon. That's my pick of the player that they'll go for. But he's made of biscuits, though. Yeah,
his last injury.
Fit right.
But he's a good player. He's a good player.
His last injury was on January the 13th, 2024, and it was a hamstring injury, and he missed 2 games. He's not played at all this season for Spurs.
I don't want him.
I just don't want
hamstrings
like fucking. Like a beef.
What do they do to their fullbacks at Tottenham? I
don't know, man. Well, Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, just runs them into the grass. Yeah.
To be fair, all our players are getting abducted, aren't they?
Yeah.
All of them injured.
Yeah, bloody UFOs coming over here, stealing our players' legs.
What's the matter with him? Abductor? What's the matter with him? Abductor. Maybe it's a training method that just affects their fucking abductors, all of them. They haven't got good abductors. Man. But remember, guys, as well.
Baggers, we have Leo Chialda. Leo Chialda is a fullback. Doesn't fancy him. And Sutcliffe, yeah. Charlie Allen can play fullback as well.
Probably could, yeah.
I've seen him play right back but I think that's about it. We let Cody Drameh go out on loan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he went to Hibs for a bit, didn't
he? Yeah.
Drameh won't be coming in back though, will he?
Drameh's never going to come back to Leeds United, man.
Drama. We've got enough drama about drama.
Yeah, that's true. He ain't never going to play. I mean, we're not exactly known for fullbacks in the entire Leeds United setup for players at all.
I just don't know what it is. I do not know what it is about Leeds United and like left and right backs. Why don't we get decent ones?
We had Luke Ayling for years, mate. Yeah. We had Luke Ayling for a long time, and he was good at his peak, man. So we didn't really need anyone, did we?
Yeah, but want his peak.
We need to go and find an uncle and a nephew.
22.
That's what we need.
Peak. Well, I think Luke Ayling's peak was that first season back in the Prem, man. He made more ball carries forward than Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
that's
and he makes Sane.
Yeah, he makes Sane. Yeah,
on the first game of the season,
and he scored that boomer against Man United.
Yeah, but we lost.
And Wolves. Luke Ayling single-handedly beat Wolverhampton Wanderers. Do you know what I mean? Twice. Yeah, twice. Yeah.
We've got to remember though, our owners are American, so they want to be like really dramatic. And then on the last hour of the transfer window, they'll be like, "Hey guys, boom, boom, boom!
We got the number 1 draft pick. We got the number 1 draft pick. He's coming in on his BMX."
Which one of these guys is the quarterback?
Yeah, I go back to Bagger's obviously question. There is
what was that?
Why don't they develop the young players? Do you know what, mate? It's cool coming back to Victor Orta and all these. We're gonna have the best. We're gonna buy the best youth players that no one knows about, and then we're gonna turn them into superstars. I think Somerville is one of them. That's come good. Nonto, but Nonto with Strouk's a really big success story in my eyes. Huge.
Orta's youth hit and miss was, I'd say, more positive than negative. I mean, you've got Somerville who's come through. You've got Strike that's come through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Been a few.
Cresswell, who was coming through.
Well, he was academy, weren't he? He was academy.
Yeah.
Not Waters' boys.
But it did give him a thing, didn't it? Archie Gray, Joffrey. Joffrey, yeah. Sam Greenwood was a beast in the under-21s. I don't care what anyone says. He was a beast in the under-21s. But now he's doing all right at Sunderland. But it's just it's one of them. It's like it's just how the game goes. You might be good for one team. Yeah. Sorry, what do I say? Sunderland.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's from.
We got him from Arsenal. We got him from Arsenal.
Yeah, I know, but he's originally.
But it's from Sunderland, isn't he? Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get Charlie Taylor to replace Charlie Taylor all those years when he left all those years ago. Yeah, I mean, Alioski played there. Stuart Dallas has played there. Alisson's right. Honestly, I can't remember a proper left back. I mean,
I didn't mind
Alioski. Yeah, I loved Alioski at left back.
I loved him, mate. I loved him when he scored that goal against. It was just first season after COVID, and it was just a bullet, just like bang, straight to the left. Say what you want about Alioski.
I loved him,
but he was a workhorse. He loved to run.
Everything. My favourite memory of Alioski is the assist for Stuart Dallas versus Man City, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting chills thinking about that game now. I was absolutely hanging lying on the sofa watching that game, like proper bad hangover, one of the worst I've ever had. And then I think I jumped up and nearly did a front flip, man. After that, it was amazing. Oh yeah, Barry Douglas. Remember when he was like Wolves fans were crying, and he came in. It was like one of the best left foots in the league. Bielsa ran him into the ground. Broke him. Yeah, and his Bourbon shins fell apart, mate. After Bielsa started him. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've never been so disappointed in a transfer before, because when I found out we were getting Barry Douglas, right? Sorry, I cut you off, Kev. He didn't he get the top assister for the championship the year before?
Yeah. I was well excited when we got him.
Beast at free kicks. He didn't score one free kick. Yeah, Baggers has just beat me to it there. And we were all like, "Oh, it's great." And then, fucking hell! And then we sold him.
He did set up a goal with an injured leg, though. We'll give him that one.
Yeah,
against Millwall.
I was rooting for Barry Douglas. I mean, I thought, wow.
Me too,
I thought that was an amazing signing at the time. I thought, oh my god, we've got Barry Douglas. Yeah,
but then I thought that about Helder Costa as well.
So did
I. Borthwick Jackson. You thought that about Borthwick Jackson?
Yeah,
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Remember, he did one good run, and I said he might be all right actually. And then as soon as he did that, he like fell over the ball or something.
Did we have that Cameron Stewart as well from Man United? He was terrible, weren't he? As well.
Stewart,
yeah. Danny Pugh is the best one, isn't he? The massive triangle head on him.
Nah, Scott Wooten, mate. Undefeated, unrivaled.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
The worst fucking.
Leo Miller. Leo Miller's is up there as a good one for me. He was good for Leeds. Leo Miller, from what I remember, he went bad for us.
Yeah, he was. He scored the winner against Southampton, didn't he? When we beat them 4-3.
Yeah.
In other news, do you remember Caleb Ekuban?
I do.
Scored an overhead kick.
Yeah.
Scored an overhead kick today. Yeah.
Did he?
For against
Did the
Genoa,
fans
I
give him
think.
his
Or
love?
something. I was going to
Ready for
say,
your
hi,
love?
I'm ready for your love. Yeah. The same season that everybody wanted rid of Calvin Phillips as well. Wasn't it?
Oh, I
That
remember them
season where
days, man.
everybody wanted rid of Calvin Phillips. And then Bielsa turned up and put him in the DM.
Yeah.
But, sorry,
It turned-
I've gone on a
Turned him
tangent
into
again.
a West Ham legend.
Yeah. Right, boys. I think we should close it down now. We've gone on for about funny Leeds takes for a long time now. Is there anything that we've missed
Yeah.
off that anybody wants to bring out? Friday we've got not another Leeds podcast. James, you're back with us this week. Is that correct?
I'll be there this week. Yes, I'll be there, guys. I will be there.
Danny, tell them about our very special guest.
This week we have got Ellis from AWAYDAYS, who is a Leeds fan. He's coming on this Friday, and it'll be announced during the week after he's confirmed that he's free. He has confirmed, but I'm reconfirming.
Just done it now, you
So
sausage.
if you get your shot glasses ready, because the chaos will be coming out.
Drink.
Cool.
Drink.
Well,
Drink.
yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been the longest ones that we've done in a while because it's been a bit entertaining. Thank you very much, and I guess we'll see you again at another time.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.